country. And that the narrative matters. The way our elected officials talk about people, talk about communities, talk about people of color makes a difference. And so what we saw, unfortunately, through this refugee ban is that not everyone is willing to go for that fight for us. And so we need to ensure that we put people there who not only are willing and say they're willing, but have shown through their career and their lifetime that they can and will fight for disadvantaged communities.
Thank you, Fayrouz. Same question. Would you like me to repeat the question? No. Okay, thank you.
Isn't it kind of ironic that the least extremely vetted person in America is the President of the United States? As we are finding out through the all these investigations by Mueller and everything about his past, financial ties, Russian ties, all these things about him, sexual allegations, which is why I think it's important to have evidence. He has not been vetted, and the Republicans are standing by him. Now, to the ban, as you asked what we would do as Congress, we need to take the House and Senate back and reverse it. There should be no ban on any class. This is in the Constitution. That's why so many federal courts at a lower level rejected the ban outright. But you have Republicans in there that are willing to stand by him. At what point? How far will they go? There should just be no ban on anyone based on their ethnicity or race. And that's what we need to do, simply overturn it. And make sure that we start electing and start politically. I've been in politics 30 years now. We have to be very strategic. We lost Merrick Garland, and it goes back to George Bush, because the Supreme Court stole that election and from Gore and gave it to Bush, and Bush put in 2 justices, Alito and Roberts. Now we have Trump putting in 2 more justices, and now they're going to stop any progress, and they're going to support this president whether he breaks any the emoluments clause, the ban on immigrants from any nation. We need people to stand up for our country, for our Constitution. Eliminating, overturning this ban completely is what I will do and stand and fight for as a member of Congress.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, candidates. I very much appreciate it.
One quick clarification. I just think I maybe spoke a little.
So actually, if I could just interrupt you, Dima had suggested, since we're doing okay on time, that we actually offer you both 30 seconds to make closing statements.
Sure.
So why don't we do that? So Nancy, if you'd like to go ahead and make a 30-second statement, why don't you go ahead and do that?
Okay, I just wanted to clarify. I saw that I'm shaking hands. When I didn't mean that the whole reasons that the Syrian crisis was climate change. It was a driver, and the Pentagon said that all situations where we get extreme heat and climate and drought will drive continued situations like that. The dictatorship, the brutalness of that is what has caused the refugee crisis. But so that's why climate change and addressing these larger issues and taking on the dictators and it not being okay for them to sit one-on-one without anyone but an interpreter. That's what I meant to say. I understand the point that you made. I hope you go to my website so you can see all my other positions, nancypersistent.com. It takes 4 times to win, and it takes a village and a country of all of us to stand for our country.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Fayrouz?
So again, thank you for having me here today. My name, Fayrouz Saad. I've worked in state, local, and federal government. I've also been an advocate for this community my entire career, and I will continue to stand by you. And I just want to end with a hadith by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in which he says, "For he who sees evil, let him change it with his hands. And if he is not able, let him change it with his tongue. And if he's still not able, let him hate it in his heart. And that is the weakest of faith." Our tongues are our votes on Tuesday. And it's so important that we get out and vote and we show them the strength of this community and that we will not tolerate the hate that has been caused across the country and that we begin to turn this around. So please, I ask for your vote. We can absolutely win this, and you can send me to Congress. And I appreciate you all being here and letting me take your time.
Thank you, candidates. Thank you.